Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. I am Lucas Rand. This is Kyle Cage. Today we're going to be talking rivals. We're going to be talking about things that are too OP, things that we want changed, some new game modes that we want introduced. So stick around for that. We're going to be getting into some spilled milk because we have some thoughts that need to get out of our chest. Stay tuned as well for some questions from Colin. He's going to get some answers from us today, and we are excited to give that to you. And without further ado, Kyle, rivals. Let's start.
All right. So
we've made a few episodes about rivals already. So if you are interested in those, go back through our catalog and watch those. We're not going to really try to rehash much.
No, mostly we just want to hit a few points of characters that we think need to be changed, either nerfed or buffed. A few different small things that could be added to or taken away from the game. For instance, I understand that there needs to be characters that are easy to play, that kind of anyone can jump in and play. Scarlet Witch is one of those. The issue with that is that she does too much damage. They're trying to make her viable, but 1-star difficulty champions, I get it. You want to make every champion viable for competitive, but the problem with that is that easy champions can be exploited in those games.
What it is with Scarlet Witch, man, is just that she has what makes every other character viable. She has all of it. She has arguably the best evade move in the game. You can go up, down, disappear, go untargetable twice. No other character has that. Rocket has 2 evades, but you're targetable through both of his dashes. No other character can just have that. Namor goes untargetable, but only has 1. She has more than everyone in that field. Then she has an auto lock ability that has way too much range. Cloak and Dagger has an auto lock ability. It's half the fucking range, bro. It's half.
And a third the damage. And I get
it's so ridiculous. And she can shoot from far as well. And that does damage. And she has a stun. And she has an ult that can change the trajectory of the entire game.
And so she doesn't have to and she doesn't have to reload.
So when you just put it all into one character,
and she has
that makes it lame. That's what makes it lame. It's not the one any given one thing. Is that she has what almost every other character is their one thing that makes them viable. It's all within that character, which to me, if you're a game the players will always find out how to exploit the game. Always, especially in these types of games. No matter what, we will sniff out the meta and we're going to find out how to exploit every little thing. Right now, in 95% of the games I play, there's a Scarlet Witch or a Penny Parker or both. 95% on my team, on their team.
And Penny,
there's a Scarlet Witch or Penny Parker nearly 100% of the time. That means to me that we have discovered as the players
the characters that need nerfing.
The characters that need nerfing, bro. To me, you got to look at that.
With Penny specifically, that feels like an easier fix. Whereas Scarlet Witch, like you said, there's a lot with her kit that makes her it's more complicated.
Penny, exactly. They just need to do some number changes.
Yeah, they just need to make her mines do less damage or have fewer maximum amount of mines on each thing. Or there's just a few easy.
Make her nest a little less. It has so much HP.
Yeah, make it a little bit weaker, or like I said, have a lower max.
There's a lot of fixes to Penny. Yeah, just like you're saying, there's a lot of fixes.
They all boil down to
Scarlet Witch almost feels like she needs to be reworked a little bit.
Yeah.
Same with Black Widow, in my opinion, but for the opposite reason.
Yes.
Black Widow has nothing that all the other characters have that make them viable. Where Scarlet Witch has 6 just incredible feats that she can do with every ability. Black Widow has you better be able to aim, bruh.
Yeah,
you better be able to hit them headshots, bruh. Or
if you get jumped on, you have one move to kick them away, and then
run. You don't even have a dash or nothing, bro. You can run.
She has the kick. The kick knocks them away, and then you have to sprint.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whereas
so
they're gonna.
needless to say, there's a lot of things in this game that like could use some tweaking. Are we enjoying it? Hell yeah! I'm playing almost every
Absolutely,
night.
we're playing every day.
You know,
Yeah.
however, another one is Psylocke's ult, in my opinion, that needs to be reworked.
It is the most annoying thing in that game to me because of the like
Only
so
thing
many
I think
aspects of
needs
it.
to be reworked is nothing except for she should just be targetable.
Or it should be stagnant. She shouldn't be able to chase you down in her ult.
That's another one. Yep, right.
Like everyone else that
other.
has an AoE ult, it's in a specific area.
Yep.
She can move quickly while chasing you, and
a
you
good
can't
example
block
of that
anything.
is I have been outside of her range. Like I am physically outside the circle, but since she's moving, the game doesn't necessarily register like it perfectly, and she's killing me outside of her circle because she's moving within like that direction. You know.
Yeah, it just
A
feels
good
like there's a
example of
few
that as
things.
well is Spider-Man. He goes intangible in his ult as well, but he's in place.
Yeah, and it's
quick,
only for like a second,
you know?
and then he's
Yeah,
targetable again.
exactly.
And it's only so that he can get his shield. Like he goes untargetable, but then he gets a massive shield, and you can
and
hit
goes
him.
targetable. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
like which
Exactly.
do a similar thing to her, whereas at
Agreed.
least you can be killed.
Agreed.
Like
I'm just honestly tired of like playing against brainless champs, dude. Not that Psylocke is one of them. She's not one of
no,
them.
she's
Like,
hard to use, but
like Scarlet Witch, like Penny, like Squirrel Girl, like like these characters.
Punisher having
Yeah,
2 ults.
Punisher has 2 ults, bro.
Just use
He has
just
the
lower
equivalent of what other characters' ults are in that turret.
the turret either needs to have way less health or has to have half the amount of
Here's an example.
focus.
That turret is a better ult than Venom's ult. It's a way better ult than Hulk's ult, which is another point I wanted to make.
The smash move.
Smash needs to be fixed.
The fact that you can't target Psylocke, but you can target the person he's smashing as a healer. So you can just heal him through it, and they
have
come
never
back
been targeted by that Hulk ult and not come out full health. Not once. I've never died to it. I have never come out not at full health. What it should do is if you're a 250 health champion, it should execute you.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. You're grabbed, you're dead. There's so many other ults like that. Like, again, not to keep harping, but Scarlet Witch, if you're a tank, if you have 800 health and you're just in the vicinity, you're dead. Why is Hulk's one target ult not killing squishies?
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Please, all of this, guys, that we're talking about, get in our comments. Tell us if you agree. Tell us if you disagree. Tell us your thoughts, what you want nerfed, what you want buffed, all of these things.
One of the things I think needs to be buffed as well is Namor in general. Because without Luna, he's useless. You know,
I agree.
Without the team,
I'm a little on the fence of that because I play Namor heavily, but that's because I only play him with when there's a Luna. If there's a Luna, I'm basically insta-locking Namor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that
good?
Like they need to change the team.
You're right. He's like very much not a factor without.
Some characters need the team up, and some it literally doesn't matter. Like
for example,
they need
Jeff with Luna's team up gets way better, way better. But he's still very, very viable without her. Whereas like Namor, like I said, like there's almost no reason to pick him without her. And then when she's on the team, there's almost no reason to not have one.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a crazy team up.
Yeah, and they need to have either more of those or just or
fix some team ups a little bit. Agreed.
Yeah,
very much.
I think that's a big issue.
All right, the last thing that, or do you have anything else? Because then I'll go into the last thing that I want to say about Rivals.
What's the last thing you want to say?
The one thing right now that makes this game the most unenjoyable, the most frustrating, because it's a frustrating game, right? Anyone who plays it can understand that this is a frustrating game. The number one thing for me, the number one factor is insta-lockers. People, to all of you that are listening right now, if it's one of you, if it's 4 of you, listen to me, my brothers in Christ, my sisters in faith. Stop insta-locking DPS characters. Just stop. Play DPS, but just stop insta-locking, bro. It's almost without like question. Insta-lock characters, specifically insta-lock DPS, are the worst members of your team.
You see memes about it. You see memes about it all over the internet. If you play Rivals, I'm certain you've seen many.
Like just stop.
I will say, to be fair, that only ever happens, and we usually only play in quick play. So in
Right.
competitive, people are a little more.
Yes.
If it like that
This
would
is
be
true.
a really big issue with the game overall.
This
But
is
it
true.
is super annoying.
This is true. Yeah, in
I
competitive is
agree.
a lot better. But like
But
in
it's
quick play,
annoying
dude,
as
like
hell in quick play.
it almost makes it so that it's unenjoyable to play the game if you don't have at least 3 party
People
members.
who are generally going to be playing tank and 2 healers.
Right.
Like we were playing yesterday
At least
with 3
I'm
of us.
willing to. Like
Yeah.
usually it's me and Kyle are either both healers or one's a healer, one's a tank. 98% of games. Like you're healer, I'm healer, or you're tank, I'm healer, or I'm tank, you're healer. Like normally when we can DPS, we're like, oh, Kyle, do you want to DPS or can I?
May I please? What do you mean it's up to us? Going
So
along
please, please stop this. Like just it's 10 minutes. Just play a tank for 10 minutes. It's okay.
you might get better at one of
You
them
might
and
enjoy
might enjoy it. Yeah, imagine that. Instead of
golly.
instead of dying 14 times and
It's
killing
going
2 people
3
as
and
Spider-Man.
14 with Star-Lord again.
Digress. One of the things that I think would really make the game more enjoyable as well is new and better, like more game modes, different
Agreed.
game modes, like not
Convoy
just
and
the
Domination
convoy and domination. That's it.
are dope.
That's all we
but
have.
like I think we need a third that is
Yeah.
like a consistent, always having
Not
to
just
switch
like
between
the
3.
arcade ones, because the arcade ones are kind of meh as
Nah,
well. Clone
right.
Rumble's been the best one so far,
Agreed.
but
Agreed.
it's still like kind of up in the air whether it's going to be fun or
And
not. It's
Clone Rumble
either
has only been
boring
fun
or
because
it's a
we've
lot.
been just trying to find out which character can take Penny. And it's none of them. This is the answer so far.
Squirrel we
Girl.
had a Wolverine and
Yep,
Squirrel
and
Girl.
Squirrel Girl
Wolverine
did,
and
did
Squirrel
the best.
Girl.
Wolverine did well because there was like a baller Wolverine on the enemy team.
That's true. That's
But
true.
Squirrel Girl did the best, but no avail, dude. But no avail. Penny Parker
Yeah.
remains the undisputed champion of Clone Rumble. Tell me if you guys think someone could take her, and I'll explain to you why you're wrong.
No, maybe we'll try and set something up to get it to happen.
Yeah, that would be super fun.
But you
All
know,
right,
going back to what I
moving
was saying,
on. We
like
got
something
some
like simple,
spilled
like
milk today. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say like a few examples of things they could do is like capture the flag or like a cash out mode or something, just something, you know?
Yeah, capture the flag
Like-
would be super fun, actually. Like,
Yeah.
having to
Have
like go to a
one
point
one
and
speed
and
character
go
have to
back.
grab it and then like bring it past
protect
the
him.
enemy team and you
That'll
have
be
to
fun.
protect
That'll
them
be
while you
fun.
get there. Yeah. Like you have to bring the flag to your
Marvel
enemy
rivals,
base.
devs, listen to us. Give us low-paying jobs. We will take minimum wage. Really, that's a government salary.
I'll take an internship. I don't care.
Dude,
you
for
don't
real.
have to pay.
Just listen to what we're saying. We are the voice of the people. All right.
At least we think so.
With all of this being said, spilled milk for today's episode, you guys, has to do with gaming in comics in general and how much, tell us if you agree with this, tell us if you disagree, Marvel has been just so superior to DC. Or a more accurate way to say that is DC has been dropping the ball so heavily in the video game space.
Yeah.
We want to talk to you guys about this because we want to see if you agree, and we want to kind of like maybe like the goal, right, is if we're all talking about this and we're all making a buzz. I know that we're not like anyone a big channel or anything, but like maybe one day the idea is that if enough of us feel a certain way, we can get it to someone's ears, right?
And
they can give
listen.
us more,
Yeah.
right? Because man, Batman, Arkham,
There's
Love
more
it.
characters than that though. That's
Yeah,
all that they
yeah.
care about.
Yeah, there's other IPs, DC. Did you know this? Did you know this?
And to be
It's
fair, I will
crazy.
say I just thought about this for the first time actually that in general DC's characters outside of Batman are harder to program into video games than a vast majority.
That
of
is fair.
Marvel.
Like, I just think today, a big example for me is like, I think we're ready for a Superman game. Playing Spider-Man 2, the wings, the way you could fly around the city. The number one thing that I was thinking while flying with the wings suit in that game was, holy shit, a Superman game would be so fun.
A Flash game as well would be a lot.
Right, like you're saying, it would be tough, right? But like, do it. Just because it's tough,
like you said,
doesn't mean don't do it. Like a Green
Spider-Man
Lantern game would be tough, but God, would it be so fun? Or just like a Justice League game, like give us these IPs so that we can be the judges of if they're bad or not. But just put them out. Like Marvel has just been putting out content. Marvel's Avengers by Square Enix, ass. But they put it out for us to be the judge. And we say, hey, ass. They're like, all right, we'll learn, put out a better game next time.
Yeah.
DC's behind on even that process.
Yeah, and I mean, taking out of the equation all of the games that are like based on movies that were made, like the Batmans from the Sega Genesis, from like Batman Forever and stuff like that, like and even like the Spider-Man movies and stuff.
Yeah, the Iron Man games.
Yeah, taking all of those out, Marvel still has just a crazy amount more of really not just content but good content, like going like all of the Spider-Man games for the most part, like Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows, all of those amazing.
Well, it's also Webs of Shadows.
Yeah, X-Men Legends, Ultimate Alliance, like up to now, Guardians of the Galaxy, and like they're just
the new Spider-Man games.
New Spider-Man games, exactly. Like they're consistently putting out, like you said, content. Whereas DC has like the Arkham series and Injustice. Those are the only two good, fun games. And Injustice wasn't even like a good game. It was just
Mortal Kombat, which is just fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it's not.
No, I 100% agree with you, bro. Like if we're gonna be pitting DC's most recent game to Marvel's, it'd be Suicide Squad to Spider-Man 2. And those games cannot, they're not even in the, I couldn't even like begin to try to compare them to one another. It'd be like comparing like Mozart or like Monet and like Picasso to like a stick figure drawing. I that sounds harsh, but it
seems disrespectful to even describe to even like try to
consider to compare them to each other. Like, and it's not only in the console game world, right? Like Marvel is beating DC in mobile gaming. With the Marvel Contest of Champions game that's been out for like 5 years, like more.
I think it came out in like 2016. Actually, we're getting old, bud.
Like, it hurts, doesn't it?
But like every like Snap, Future Fight, like there's just so many. We just started playing a new one. If you guys want to check it out, DC Dark Legion, which interestingly enough is based on Dark Knight's Metal. Play on the Dark Knight's Metal storyline, which is really interesting because it's so dark.
Yeah, that one's been fun, but like again, like it's hard to like enjoy that game without thinking to myself, like, damn, dude, like DC is so behind.
Yeah, because it's DC essentially just Future Fight.
Yep, exactly. Like they're just like and they're like making equivalents rather than like making their own, and then having Marvel come out with an equivalent. Like they're just behind, bruh.
Yeah, they're so behind in every aspect.
And to me, the fan that hurts because I like DC characters personally, character-wise, more than I like Marvel characters. Like Spider-Man, barring Spider-Man, right? Like Spider-Man obviously is like everyone's favorite. So much fun. But like a Flash game, dude, a Green Lantern game, like a Wonder Woman game, bro. Like I would be any of the Justice League.
Like the Green Lantern one seems easy to me, like because like maybe not programming wise, but like concept wise, because you could like as you level up, you have a leveling system, and as you level up or go through a skill tree, you unlock new constructs, and you can like even like create
even
your
though
own
there
constructs.
Would be difficulties in programming, right? When you're doing the constructs, I can see that there would be like some.
I guess, yeah. I mean, we don't really know shit about programming,
right? But, like, bro, there's some impressive people in that like field. Like we have gotten some impressive games, some crazy mechanics, some beautiful like structure in games. Like we could do it.
Yeah.
They just don't want to, or like don't see the value in it. Maybe, like maybe that's like the issue with DC. You guys tell us in our comments what you think the issue with DC gaming is, and why we're seeing like so much less of it, so much less quality of it after the Arkham games. The quality of DC gaming has just and that dropped was really so significant,
and that was the peak. Like that, right. Like there was nothing. It went all the way up and peaked with that, and then dropped off immediately. It's almost like
it's almost like within its own games, it has the best and the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the alpha and omega of DC gaming. Like,
It's quite impressive. It's quite an impressive feat. Let us know in the comments if you think we're way off base. If you think the DC games are way better than any Marvel games that have been put out, let us know why and which ones.
if you enjoyed Suicide Squad, I need you to tell me specifically what parts, so I can maybe try to rush those parts so I can just get some enjoyment out of the game. Because I paid $70 for that game, and I've played like
10
nothing,
hours,
dude.
maybe.
Dude, I've tried on multiple occasions to get back into it, and I just can't. It's such a bad game. It's so unenjoyable. I just can't get through it, and it sucks. So if you've been through it and you enjoyed this game, tell me how. Give me the blueprint because I want to enjoy it. With all of that being said, you guys, tell us if you agree with our spilled milk. Tell us if we think it should be put back in the gallon. And we are going to move on.
Yeah, let's see
a little bit of
Let's see
Colin.
what Colin's got to say today.
Yeah.
What do we got going?
We just filled Colin also with a bunch of different prompts the other day. So let's see if we can get some fun ones.
Statistically, we probably will get one of the new ones.
Yeah, because there's like 30 of them.
He was pretty empty.
Ooh, Kyle, it is a new one. Would you prefer to wield Mjolnir or the All Black?
That's really tough.
Mjolnir, you get the power of Thor, right? You kind of become the ruler of Asgard.
All Black is like there's some negative that goes with it, like feeding souls, but it makes you the god of death.
So powerful. Well, here's where my brain goes with that, right? Is Mjolnir, you gain the power of Thor, which is like an established character, right? And like you become king of Asgard. Whereas like the All Black has made someone like Gore, which was like a powerless alien with like no power, into someone who can slay Celestials and fight against Thor specifically for like millions of fucking years.
Yeah. Which they have shown that Mjolnir can kind of do that as well. Whereas like with Jane Foster, with Lady Thor, like it can give you not
and
just
Beta
the
Ray
powers
Bill,
of Thor, but make you almost and Beta Ray Bill. Here's the determining factor for me. I'm gonna go with the All Black, because I am a horribly irresponsible person, and I don't want the responsibility of ruling an entire kingdom.
Are you kidding me? No, put it down. I don't even want this.
Like that seems like way too much responsibility,
Oh, no, yeah, I do. Uncle Ben did not teach me well. The responsibility is not my strong suit.
I would ruin Asgard. A billion or a multi-billion-year-old society would crumble in
with me.
A few decades.
Fall with me. Odin the Allfather would be so disappointed in me. I'd be like, I'm so sorry.
I would not be a worthy successor. I don't think I'd be able to wield
that. And like I've said before, if I was granted power, I do not think I would be the greatest person. So like I think All Black would just adhere to my nefarious desires. All right, let's pick another one.
Oh my god. Yeah, which one would you guys pick? Let us know and why.
That's interesting though, because it also I'm just shuffling up. It also brings in the question of like, who would you want to be in that fight? Would you prefer to be Thor or Gore?
Thor, he wins.
That's true. Yeah, but Gore is like that motherfucker. He is like
right.
that guy.
He's also in the right. He's also correct. He's also more in the right. This is the reality.
God suck. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget, God suck.
Yeah.
Except for the one true God. All right. Kyle, would you rather be a member of the Avengers or the Justice League? I'm going This is hard. Because the Justice League is like hundreds of members.
Mm-hmm. You could really fall into obscurity pretty easily there.
Facts. Whereas like the Avengers, like even at their like most, when like there's a lot of Avengers, I don't know that there's more than like 50.
Like 12?
Yeah,
you got like active members.
Right. That
I'm gonna go with again. Same with the
Maybe
last answer. I'm gonna go with the Justice League so that I can purposely fall into
into
obscurity
obscurity.
and be like, I'm a Justice League member. What up, baby?
Just be
And
like
then
the question just out there, like, what's this? Justice League. JLA card, baby.
Again, it would be like, I'm gonna go. Like, it'd be cool to just take people back to the Watchtower. You'd be like, hey, you want to go see my satellite in space that I get to?
Be
That I
bringing
have
bitches back to the Watchtower, dude.
No one will know who I am. I'll walk in and be like, hey guys, and they'll be like, hey, and then look at each other after we leave, like, who the fuck is that?
Who is that guy? Love that guy. Always bringing the bitches.
So I'm gonna go with the JLA.
That is hilarious. I'm going to go with the JLA as well, but for very different reasons. I was going to go with the JLA just because all of my favorite characters are there. You know, like all of my idols, I'd be able to be
meet
like,
your heroes.
yeah, dude, I'd find a way to convince Firestorm to make me some gold and just go live my life on an island.
Join the Justice League just to get rich and then leave.
I just want riches.
Well, it's been real. I've saved exactly 0 people, but I'm out of here.
All right, guys. The Justice League, am I right? You guys, tough job. I'm retiring.
You've been here 12 minutes. What?
Oh, God, and what a taxing 12 minutes it has been. Slugging like a sack of gold.
Hey, you said you wanted to use that for, like, making boards and, like...
Yes,
circuit boards. Yeah,
technologies. I'm gonna go get to work on that. Zeta tube me to the nearest island, please. Fiji, if you would.
Actually, sorry, I gotta go to the bank first. I gotta exchange this. I mean, no.
Switzerland.
Zurich, please.
Yeah, we're on to you, banks. Yeah, we know. We got our fingers on your pulse. All right, you guys. Let us know if you have enjoyed this episode. Answer all the questions that Colin proposed to us. Answer them yourself in our comments. Please, please, please. Let us know if you agree with our spilled milk. Let us know if you agree on our takes about rivals, what needs changing, what needs to stay the same, what we need new of. And
check out our other content at Hosts4Hire Podcast on all socials. We mostly post on YouTube is where we post the full videos, so check those out. Make sure that you also help out with the ideas for Colin. Let's get some comments on what we should put in there. Yes, we want episode ideas. Anything that you got, throw it at us in the comments. We would truly appreciate it.
Absolutely. And once again, we have been your hosts for hire, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.